for me at least, I don't know if this is similar for you guys, but I feel like there's so much that I want to accomplish and do, and that I want to hurry up and get it done because I want to enjoy it with like the people that are here with me. And because of the way that life goes, like people either move away or they pass away or like situations change. I feel like this rush to like get it all together so I can like finally enjoy that moment. And I struggle with just enjoying it while I'm on the process, because I want it to be like this ideal, perfect situation for me to then be able to be like, okay, now I can enjoy it. But obviously that's not realistic. And I'm not sure how to kind of break out of that pattern.
Yeah, we get caught up in wanting to get to the destination, but usually the destination is like not what we think it is or any of that shit. The beauty is the journey.
Yeah.
Right.
The beauty is the journey. So like sometimes there is no destination.
Okay.
You never know what it is like you're aiming for. So if you can just be like, damn, like I'm here now and I'm growing every day, I'm getting a little better and I'm experiencing this now with the people I love, with the people who I hold close. That's the beautiful part.
Right.
Yeah.
We don't even know what because once you get to a certain level, you're always going to be elevated.
Wanting to go up.
Yeah.
That's just life.
Yeah.
It's evolution.
Sure.
I think like where I am finding bumps is, okay, I wanted to be able to have time on the weekends, right? So that's why I kind of moved out of the industry. But right now, the position I'm in, I work every other weekend. So that's, okay, I'm like halfway there step. But then it's like, okay, now I'm putting in so many hours that like, all right, I'm putting in these hours so that I can have money and insurance and things like that. So I can go places with my friends, do things with my friends. But now I'm like, okay, but I'm working and I'm tired and it's really hard to like manage my time. So I'm like feeling like a little crazy and neurotic right now because I'm like, okay, this is what I wanted to do in order to get this, but I'm not able to do it. So I'm trying to figure out a healthy transition here where I'm like, okay, you can still go down this path and you don't have to like switch gears completely. But how do I get to that mental point where I'm like, okay, you can still enjoy the time with your loved ones, but you just have to figure out a different way to do it because I'm just not, I'm struggling
You're
with that one.
transitioning years of what you've been doing into something new.
Right.
It's still brand new.
I
You're
know.
still,
I hate being new.
but it's a shock. It's a shock to your system because you've been so used to a certain way for so long. Like,
Yeah.
you just started.
I know.
And I also think you really have to give yourself grace.
You do.
I feel like, for me, I feel like you're hard on yourself a lot too. And it's kind of like, give yourself grace because it's what you're doing right now is a sacrifice.
Absolutely.
It's a sacrifice. You're moving into a different industry, and you in your mind, you were thinking like, you know what, this is going to alleviate a lot of the stress that I had before, but it brings on a different type of stress.
Right.
But as you're going through this different industry, you're gaining experience. This is just a stepping stone. This is not the end all be all. Like, you know what? I'm stuck here. This is to get you to where you want to go.
Right.
So right now, this is the sacrifice. This is hard. I fucking hate it. This sucks. This is not what I thought. But at the end of the day, you're getting the experience, you're getting the knowledge, and it's like, let me endure this for right now. So now that, you know what, you're still young also, G. So now that when I get to this certain age, you know what, I have the experience because nobody can tell me shit. Yep. I paid my dues. Can't nobody tell me shit. Nice. One of my biggest things is kind of like, yo, when I'm going for a position or I'm trying to move up, it's like, yo, Doug, I've paid my motherfucking dues.
Facts.
Like, I've done things that I had to do. Like, I moved to motherfucking New York.
Yep.
I couldn't see my family. I slept on a fucking couch for 5 days a week. Saturdays and Sundays, I came home. Monday morning, was back in New York, sleeping on a motherfucking couch. I did that shit for 2 years.
Right.
In order to get this.
Right.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So therefore, that's the sacrifice. And like, when you in the shits, it's kind of like, what the fuck? Like, what's going on? And I'm not going to sit here and say like, yo, I didn't feel sorry for myself or I was
beat yourself up.
or beat myself up. There was plenty of fucking days. I explored. I think I know every part of New York City just in order for me not to go crazy. It was like, you know what? Let me find a way to ease the pain or alleviate some of the stress that I'm feeling So let me explore New York City. Let me do
Right.
something different out of the norm. And I think that's what you need to do instead of like looking at it as kind of like, you know what, this shit is fucking sucks. This is not what I expected. I want more time with my family. I want more time with my loved ones. And this is why I did this.
Yeah.
Look at it as like, you know what, this is my stepping stone.
Yep.
This is not going to last forever. I'm going to deal with
Yeah.
this, endure this, because at the end of the day, I'm going to get this experience and I'm going to move the fuck on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that's how you should look at it. But it's easier said than done. I know.
It is. It's much easier said than done. But also too, like in terms of perspective, this is what you asked for.
Right.
This is exactly what you asked for, which is a blessing.
Right.
Like this shit is happening.
Yeah.
It's so weird to think about it that way too. And they always say like, oh, I don't want to say it's like the grass is always greener type of situation, but like low key, it kind of feels like that. Cause it's like,
Yeah.
okay, I see something. I'm like, okay, I think this is what I want to do. And like, that's just a part of life, like, you know, the trial and error. But I think it's more so like, I have this like looming anxiety, like the older that I get, that I'm like feeling behind always. And that might've been because of just the way that I kind of started my school existence. Like I started early. Yeah. So I always felt like I constantly had something to prove.